Message.
What's happening, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weirdo Wednesday. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, hey, how am I on the right?
Oh, how am I blurry? It makes me sick looking.
You didn't get kicked out this time, did you?
Ooh, not yet. I'm sure it'll happen, though. Usually happens every time. What's up, Royal? How's it going, Turquoise? Yeah,
I
the
sent
world never. What's that?
I sent you a link earlier about some murder out there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's one you were maybe following or not.
No, I hadn't seen that one. I was, I looked at the pictures and I was like, okay, I'm playing the guessing game of which one murdered which one. Mm. I don't know, sometimes those gay marriages can get awful spicy. Next thing you know, one of them's chasing the other one around the house with a hammer.
Yo, did you see that car in Pennsylvania that launched himself into the second story intentionally?
I missed that one too.
I'm like, what did they use to launch? No one said it, but he intentionally launched his car into the house. Car sticking
Yeah,
out
it's one
the
way to
second
do it.
floor. Yeah, people are going crazy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it was just, well, I had to go up to the store when you were on your walk. We threw the dogs in the car and ran up to the store to grab a few things, and I was listening to, I don't know, one of those shows on talk radio, and they were talking about, you know the guy that went in the 7-Eleven was dragging the trash can around, just dumping cigarettes and everything in there, and two owners whipped his ass with a big stick.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were talking about how viral that went, and how they're the two owners that beat the guy's ass. They're they could be up for charges, because they were protecting their store and stuff, whatever. I'm like, that's what's wrong with our society, is we got that kind of bullshit going on, where somebody comes in your store and is just robbing you. That's why shit's all locked up out there where you're at, and it's making its way here.
Well, not only that, but a lot of owners are telling their employees, "You'll actually be fired if you intervene and try to stop a robbery." That's what insurance is for. I'm thinking now, how many
Wow.
setups can that happen too? Hey, yeah, come in and like rob me. I don't have to stop you. Insurance
Yeah.
will cover it.
That is not what insurance is for.
No.
That's what sticks and baseball bats are for, though. Beating somebody's ass. Yeah. Can't say that on Facebook, though, or you'll get a community standard violation because you're being a bully. Oh, Jesus. Making me puke in my shoe. But yeah, they were talking about that on the radio, and that's what happens when, and oh God. And then they had this girl that was out. She lives in San Francisco, and she's like, I'm scared to go out. The daytime's bad enough. I can't even go out at nighttime. I was just in the store and somebody came up and they spit in my face and told me
I
they were
believe
going to
it.
rape me.
I
Yeah.
100% believe it.
And I'm like, that kind of bullshit, tolerating that kind of shit is just going to make it worse. People need to have consequences to their actions.
They're letting the city just be like the lost zombie apocalypse. They're letting it go to hell with these freaks running amok right now.
I don't get it, man.
I have videos. There's this guy that does all these YouTube videos walking around and showing exactly what the city looks like now. There's a dude with a white tiger out there, a white tiger. They are letting a dude sit on the street with a tiger.
Mm.
And nobody's making a deal about it.
Till it eats somebody.
Or something. I mean, come on. What's it even feeding? What are they feeding it?
Yeah, I mean, how can you be a homeless dude and you have a freaking tiger?
Yeah.
I mean, a puppy's hard enough to feed when you're homeless,
If people are stupid enough to even go as tourists to the city right now, I mean, they're going to walk into some stuff.
I saw Walking Dead, and that guy with the dreadlocks had a tiger, so I want one. How your ass gonna be homeless and watching The Walking Dead anyway? Wowzers.
It's sad though. I mean, that's like my home is that city, that my family's home.
Yep. Zariana says we have that every Saturday where I work. Full carts of meat and fish and beer. Oh hell no! I'd be at the front door just whooping ass.
Wait, what?
You gonna pay for that? No, you're not gonna pay for that. Well, here, you ever hear of Hank Aaron?
You mean people walk out with full carts of food?
Your head to the baseball.
If I forgot to pay for something in the top of my cart, I would go back in. Or if I didn't even notice it, I would probably get my picture in the back for shoplifting.
Exactly. Be on the wall of fame. Mugshot on the 6 o'clock news.
If I truly needed it, I could not walk into a store and walk out with a loaf of bread and just go in there and steal it and say, I'm just not going to pay for this. Walk out the door.
No. I'd say, hey, can I sweep your parking lot up for a loaf of bread? Whatever. Do something.
Just like, I just don't think I'm going to pay for this. I think I'm just going to walk in and take what I want and just walk out and get away with it. And then brag about it on TikTok.
See, Zariana, that's the problem. You can go in. Everybody knows whatever the hell the law is, whatever the bullshit law they've come up with and fabricated in their stupid brains. That's the problem, is everybody knows stealing's wrong. Like, I stole a candy bar when I was a kid and I got my ass handed to me. And it was like 25-cent candy bar. And people know right from wrong. Stealing is not right. It's not right at all. And now there's no consequences for it. And you could be sued if you stop them. You could be sued by those people. Hell no. Whoever does that, that's not justice. That's injustice. Because it's like being a damn enabler to the people that are doing shit. Oh no, they can't hit you. Oh, they hit you. Oh, well, you can sue them now. Why'd they hit you? Oh, because I was stealing shit. Oh, well, you needed it, I guess. The hell has gone wrong with our, law and order?
Did you see the video going viral of those people fighting? And there's like this older lady, maybe, I don't know, 65, 70-ish, on the ground with their hands like this, and they're hitting her with like over a chair. And they don't know if they're going to call it like a racial
Everything's
field,
racial.
because it's like a bunch of like black people and white people, and they're like going at it and fighting and hitting. This lady's kicking another lady in the head. But the sad thing is, there's this defenseless woman on the ground. I think they said 65, holding her hands up like this on the ground, getting kicked and stuff, with like 3 or 4 people like jumping this lady. These things are just happening on the streets.
Yep. It's going to come down to good old vigilantism. Because people are going to, they're, you know, just like those 2 guys in 7-Eleven. Why'd they do it? Because they're tired of the bullshit. They're sick and fucking tired of the bullshit. And they ain't going to take it anymore. I don't blame them. You know, I mean, every day, how long can you stay in business if every day you got people coming in there stealing stuff from you? How long are you going to stay in business? And then when you go out of business, when you're going to close, then everybody in the neighborhood is like, oh, it's the only store here and they're closing. Yeah, well, no shit. They can't stay open because you scumbags keep stealing from them.
And nobody will insure these places anymore. And this is why insurance companies are dropping people and stuff. And then they're just straight saying, we're not even going to take people now because they can't afford it themselves because of everything that's happening. So you can't even get insured.
Ridiculousness.
And she mentioned the fires and the looting in Hawaii. That's horrible. You see that fire out there?
No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I've been out of the loop. What have I been doing the last few days?
I don't know if that's the one that's causing like these tornadoes, the fires causing like these tornadoes, or if that's another fire. Because there's a lot of stuff going on to where I can't even keep up with it right now. It's like just too much. I'm not even barely reading these things because it's like, oh, here's another thing.
Yep. The world's going to hell in a handbasket.
Burning across Maui. They call it Maui wildfires kill 6 as apocalypse strikes Hawaiian paradise. And I was just thinking about Maui like yesterday. It's really sad.
I got some friends that live out there. I have to check in on them and see what they're saying.
Yeah. It's really bad. On a lighter note.
We had a couple crazy things tonight, but this one is I don't know. Crazy is definitely part of it. It is a kid though, so I'll give him that. Let's see here. This one is taking me 7 different buttons to actually share one picture. God, I wish there was an easier way to do this. Oh, and the dictionary pops up now too. Cool. Boy allows Black Widow to bite him in effort to become Spider-Man. Are kids watching too many movies and playing too many video games to actually have, I never I watched Batman and Robin and,
Did someone tell them?
Wile E. Coyote and all of that shit when I was a kid. Never once did I think I'm going to climb up on this giant cliff and drop an anvil. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. But this kid apparently thought, young boy attempted to gain the superpowers of a fictional web slinger by enlisting the services of a Black Widow spider. Goes without saying, being bitten by a deadly spider does not give you superpowers. But it's also not surprising that someone very young and impressionable might not realize that that's the case. Boy, you need to learn some fetchings. According to reports, this 8-year-old boy from somewhere in Bolivia recently attempted exactly this when he discovered a Black Widow hiding underneath a rock in a nearby riverbed. Hoping to gain web slinging powers, he picked it up and it allowed him to bite him on the hand. When he got home, he was initially reluctant to tell his mother why he was suffering from severe aches and muscle contractions. But when his condition worsened, he had no choice but to fess up. He told his mom what he'd done, and she said, "What are you, stupid boy?" Hopefully that's what she said. He was quickly rushed to the hospital and given an antidote to counteract the venom. We're extremely concerned because it came to our attention from the analysis and responses from the child after he had recovered that he used the arachnid for one simple purpose. He wanted to become Spider-Man. Fortunately, after a few days of a stint in the hospital, he was well enough to go back home. But he don't let Black Widows bite him anymore. Or then again, maybe he might. Because as they say, stupid is as stupid does.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the favor of getting bit by anything, much less a spider.
I could see like some kid was like, hey, if you let that spider bite you, you might become Spider-Man. Like I could see an older kid screwing with a younger kid, telling him something like that.
Yeah.
You put that idea all on your own and then decide to do it.
I remember doing some stupid things when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, like this wasn't one of them. But, my mom, like, what are you thinking? Well, so-and-so did it. Well, so-and-so jumped off a cliff. Would you jump off the cliff too? I remember saying that like several times, and I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, probably not. My friend jumped off the bridge though, and I did that. He was 8 years old. 8 years old and highly impressionable by Spider-Man. He wanted to have some web slinging powers, climb walls, all that jazz. Instead, he probably had convulsions, the shits, and puked a lot, and had body aches, and spent time in the hospital.
Had to take antibiotics.
Serves you right, dummy. Then again, he's only 8. I'm just giving him a hard time. But seriously, don't be stupid, kid.
Well, I know that all of us here have probably heard this before. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. On this date in history, August 4th, 1982, Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother are murdered in Massachusetts. River Falls, Massachusetts. Andrew and Abby Borden, father and stepmother of 32-year-old Lizzie Borden, were brutally murdered on this day. Lizzie was later tried and ostracized for the murders. The weapon of choice was believed to be a hatchet. What's arguably be a sensationalized tale that's been showed in a film, television, and even a song remains a mystery. 131 years later, Lizzie was acquitted for the double homicides 10 months after they were committed. I think people love true crime stories. A tour guide at the historic house said in an interview. This particular case got national attention in 1892 due to the how ferocious the attack was, honestly, because Andrew was a wealthy man. And when people with a lot of wealth get murdered in America, the public takes interest. It always has, and that's exactly what happened here. The incident took place in the small town of Fall River in eastern Massachusetts. Lizzie's mother died when she was a child. Her businessman father later remarried, and his new wife's name was Abby. Lizzie had an older sister, Emma, who was reportedly not in the house at the time of the murders. The only people who were home, aside from the two victims, were Lizzie and the family's 25-year-old maid, Bridget Sullivan. According to the staff members who currently work at the house, It said that Abby went upstairs to make a bed in a room where Lizzie's uncle was staying for a few days. At some point during the morning hours, Abby was attacked with an axe-like weapon. The head of the murder weapon was later found in the basement of their home, the same sources say. Andrew returned home from errands that day and was murdered on the couch after his wife was murdered. While the amount of blows isn't clear, it's been estimated by various sources that the couple may have been struck 10 to 20 times. During the trial, Sullivan testified that she came inside the house after washing windows outside. Andrew had trouble with his key, so he knocked. Sullivan went up to unlock the door to let him inside, and the door was jammed. She would also testify she struggled with the door. She heard Lizzie laughing from the top of the stairs. It's been argued that if Lizzie was standing at the top of the stairs, she would have seen Abby lying dead on the ground within her from her view, and that's what that one little picture is there with the banister. That would have been like her standing there and being able to see the lady lying right there. Sheridan described that the crime was terrible. The murders coincided with the day when the Fall River Police had their annual policeman's picnic, so a large portion of the department, especially a lot of experienced guys, had the day off. If you were going to commit a crime in Fall River and you're looking through your calendar and asking yourself, what's a good day to commit a felony? You come across August 4th and you think, that's it. Sheridan, who's been a tour guide at the Lizzie house for 13 years, said Andrew was quite busy on the day of the murders as he was taking care of banking matters and was mostly out of the house. I actually don't think Andrew was an intended target. I think just his wife was. Andrew came home 3 hours earlier than he was expected to, and he kind of walked into an active crime scene with no idea. I think he effectively signed his own death warrant that way. Several facts in the case suggest Lizzie may have been guilty because of her strained relationship with Abby. Then Lizzie was witnessed the day before, witnessed attempting to buy poison and acid at a drugstore. And they go and just talking about the case and everything. But yeah, 131 years. And this is a really long, detailed account of the history of it. And I do have this posted on my profile. But it's just got a lot of details.
Yeah, it's quite a story. Did I tell you about, or did my friend Stephen Heather tell you about the book that they bought? I can't remember if they did or not. Anyway, they bought a book, an old like a photo book, and they were going through pictures in it, and I want to say there's a picture of Lizzie Borden in there, like from back in the day.
Oh, damn.
And her sister or something. I don't know. Yeah, they look just like these pictures, especially this one right here.
No kidding.
It's just it's like a photo album of all these old pictures, and they've, people come in, and they'll look at it and they're like, let me know if any of these pictures speak to you. And 8 out of 10 people stop on that picture and go, there's something about this one. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
The picture down here at the bottom of the bed and the dresser, that's where Abby was murdered, between the bed and the dresser right there. And then that brick picture there, that's where the head of the axe was found.
Yeah, this picture right here. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that her or is that her mother?
Lizzie. That's a photo of Lizzie hangs today in the house.
Yeah, that I swear I think they have that picture in their book,
Oh, creepy.
and it's like an original picture. You know, it's not exactly like that, but yeah.
That's creepy. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, creepy, cool.
Let me see the picture with that trunk or something.
Right here.
Oh, that's a dress.
Okay.
So it's a scene here is a dress which did not belong to Lizzie, shoved into the oven of the Lizzie house. Oh, because she actually had her dress shoved in the oven. Isn't that what she did? She like hid her dress in the
Yeah.
oven. So they probably had the original. And then the couch obviously is where Andrew was found dead. Yeah, those are the two spots where the murders happened. But is that, or am I getting it mixed up with another one? Not the original, like, didn't the bed and breakfast house that they're calling the Lizzie house where they do the tours not the actual original house, or is that like a different story?
No, I think you're right about that. I can't remember the deets on it though. But then again, it might. Now I'm getting confused. Now that you
Or like
said,
it was a house they moved in after, but it wasn't the house the actual murders happened in.
yeah, yeah. Gary says that house is haunted as shit.
Yeah, because I was just wondering like what the vibe is in those rooms because I'm just getting a weird vibe off the wallpaper.
Yeah. Did they ever like say why she killed him?
Didn't something have to do with a pregnancy or with the help? I don't remember. Yeah, they do have a few different theories why they thought it could be her.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh yeah, greed. They said all this evidence seemed to point to Lizzie, but the only motive anyone could come up with was greed. She would have got like a sizable inheritance. How many whacks did Lizzie actually give? People also ask. That's not funny.
Yeah.
Like how many witnesses
I mean, you know, money's great and all that, but I'm not gonna like kill my whole family to get money.
Oh,
You know,
anybody.
crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I thought she accused like her dad of something or something to do with like help. I should watch all that again. I remember.
So this is another one of them blah 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 stories that, you know, it's like yeah. Tell us something we don't know. Ryan Graves, subcommittee revelations are just the tip of the iceberg. Iceberg straight ahead. No, just the tip. The former Navy pilot had spoken out about his own experience during the recent subcommittee hearing on UFOs. One of several witnesses to testify at the hearing, Graves previously witnessed a UFO firsthand around 10 years ago. The object, whatever it was, had inexplicably remained motionless. God, now I can't even talk at all. Despite Category 4 hurricane winds, it was set and still, even though the winds were honking. Now, in a new article for Newsweek, he has claimed that such revelations are just the tip of the iceberg. Today, these same UAPs are still being seen. We don't know what they are or where they come from, and our government has no idea of the scope of the problem. He wrote, that's because pilots, both commercial and military, are encountering UAPs in the majority of these cases that are going unreported. The majority of UAP witnesses I talk to are commercial pilots at major airlines. Often they are veterans with decades of flying experience. Why then is our government turning its back on the UAP reports from credible eyewitnesses who are responsible for the safety of millions of people and are motivated to protect our national security? His comments echo those of other military pilots who, in recent years, have come forward to describe their own sightings while criticizing the difficulties inherent in doing so. Whether or not the situation will change anytime soon, however, remains to be seen. Yeah, it's probably not going to change. Probably not. Because, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Jamie? Is it going to change?
I don't know.
You got all this stuff where, the government's like, no, we don't have any cases. No, that's not worth talking. That's a weather balloon. That's this, that's that. There's 10-foot aliens in the backyard in Vegas. That goes like, are they gearing us up for an alien invasion that might not be a real alien invasion? So they can make, like I always say, it's going to take a shitload of aliens to come down and just land on the White House lawn and start zapping MFers all over the place for everybody to realize, holy shit, we're all on the same rock. We're all kind of equal when it comes to being outnumbered by these aliens who are obviously way more intelligent than we are, way more sophisticated. So, that's one way of getting everybody together, but it's also could be the government's way of ushering everybody into that one world political thing. Abandon all religion, abandon everything, follow us. Meh, meh. Conspiracy Wednesdays. But I can't help but think about it. Call me crazy, whatever. I don't give a damn.
I seen an article today looking through for stuff. It said something about 7 feet aliens with yellow eyes. I didn't even bother to save it, look at it, anything.
Yeah.
I just,
yeah.
Could have been. I don't know. I don't believe there's not 7-foot aliens with yellow eyes.
Yeah. My favorite meme so far, though, that I've seen lately is a picture of Bob Lazar standing there and going, see, told you. Told you so. Nobody wanted to believe Bob, though.
Well, the next story, maybe it's not even going to take a whole lot of lasers and things. Just like the Ring cameras, when someone sees a moth on it, all of a sudden it's, oh, I captured an angel. It could just be a meteor. It could just take some lasers to look like meteors or drop some satellites in the ocean or something. And that's all it's going to take for people to honestly think it's a UFO landing. We're going to show you a video. It's a meteor. I'm sorry. It's got to be a meteor. But for people to think it's a UFO landing just off the bat, not even thinking about any other aspect, but, oh no, this is a UFO landing, is concerning to me.
Yeah. I mean, like the whole, 7 to 10-foot aliens in my backyard. When they saw that video, it looked like a meteorite or, something. I think if it was a spaceship, something like what's in the picture here, it wouldn't look like a damn meteorite. Then again, who knows?
Well, with that one, I was like, okay, well, if there's supposed to be a separate, a separate UFO, or if that's the craft, or separate than the meteor, they said, where was the actual thing parked? Like, didn't somebody then also witness a huge UFO park somewhere? Did they just leave the aliens behind? Like, where did the UFO go, and why did it separate from the aliens?
Yep.
And there is a lot of UFO or like meteor activity and lightning, activity around UFO sightings and things like that. But when you just see something that, especially when we're having a lot of meteor activity and asteroids and things, like, to see it and just automatically say that's a UFO landing.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, they don't even have to try now. Then they know they don't even really have to, like, well, we can put away the lasers and all this big fiasco we had planned, because apparently we just have to slingshot some crap out there and it's enough to make people, whoo, the aliens are landing.
So you can shoot off a strobe light for 30 seconds. And
Yeah.
end of the world. Yeah, Gary. Idiocracy. It's got electrolytes.
So this one here, UFO sighting, where aliens spotted in the skies above Louisiana. As UFO sightings continue to make headlines, experts claim to possess evidence of extraterrestrial existence, further fueling the fascination surrounding such phenomena. A recently uploaded video on social media captured the attention of many as it showcased a mysterious green fireball illuminating the skies over Louisiana, leaving residents perplexed and anxious about the spectacle. The footage recorded by security cameras displayed a vivid green light filling the night sky before vanishing abruptly. While some experts attribute the event to a meteor disintegrating upon entering into Earth's atmosphere, locals remain convinced that the object was, in fact, a UFO that landed nearby. I have to open the article again. I don't know, this one keeps jumping. Yeah, so if you want to just play the video and you guys say what you think it is.
42 windows open. Come on, StreamYard, man. Screen pop window. This window. Share. Present. Add to stream.
Wait.
What?
I found the rest of the article, but go ahead.
Okay. Kind of looks just like the Vegas one, in a way. It's damn UFO landing. Where's the 10-foot aliens?
It says that the sightings, which occurred in Gretna, south of New Orleans, on July 14th at 4:30 a.m., generated considerable interest among residents in the surrounding areas. Reports of the unusual event quickly spread. That article just kicked itself out again.
Disappearing.
I'm going to have to just screenshot it next time. Reports of the unusual event quickly spread, prompting meteorologists to acknowledge receiving numerous accounts of the green fireball phenomenon. The American Meteorological Society has taken notice and is investigating the documented footage. Coinciding with the release of highly classified government documents concerning UFOs, news of this phenomenon is reverberated throughout the internet. And then they're just talking about everything going on. Many people, commenters, expressing their belief on Twitter that the object is indeed a UFO and not a mere meteor. So I guess that's Twitter's or X's consensus.
Is Twitter called X now? Is Twitter called X now?
Yeah, just like the new virus that's going to come out is like Virus X.
Oh, great. Yeah,
X.
just what we need. X marks the spot. Did I tell you? Did I tell you guys about that weird shit that I saw a
No.
week or two ago? I can't
You
remember
told
if I.
me one day and I wanted to hear it.
Well, Darcy and me were kind of coming home. We'd been out, ran to the stores real late at night. We're coming, it's just right up the street from my house. There's a little wooded area. And this thing ran across the street in front of us, like right in front of us. And I was like watching it, like go across the street. And she was like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "I don't got a clue what that was." The closest thing I can say that it looked like was freaking Gollum. My precious.
No.
It was the weirdest freaking looking thing I've ever seen. I don't know what the hell it was. It was kind of sort of like pinkish colored and wrinkly looking. Didn't look like it had hair. And it was kind of hunched over. It looked like it should be walking upright, but it was like on all fours, like bent over.
Ew.
Fucking weird.
What?
I don't know what it
Look
was.
at you in the light and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it was just really freaky. I don't know what I saw, but I wasn't the only one. She saw it too, and she was like, "What in the hell what was that?"
so you seen it in your headlights when you went by?
Yeah, we were just driving down the road, doing like probably 25 miles an hour or so, and it ran across the street in front of us, and like ran across and into the woods, and it was weird. The the best thing I can think of is Gollum. That's what it looked like. It just had this weird, long, like skinny looking legs and no hair and kind of pinkish. It looked like a hairless rat would look, except it was way bigger. And it looked like it could stand up and run on its hind feet, but it was.
Were the legs bent like the back
Yeah,
legs? Are they bent like a goat, weird backwards, or like bent
yeah,
their
they were bent weird. It was just the whole freaking thing was weird.
a deformed monkey?
I don't know what the fart it was, but it
One of
creeped
those
me
weird
out.
monkeys?
Huh?
One of those weird monkeys
I don't know.
that's all screwed up.
Swamp ape, naked swamp ape.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it kind of legit, like, kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, did I really just, But she saw it too, so it wasn't just it wasn't just me thinking that was some weird stuff. We both saw it. And I don't know. We come by there at night now, and we're like, here's the X-Files spot. Let's see if that scud runs across the street again. It was weird. Anyways.
I wonder if there's like a trail, like a little beaten path that it runs.
Yeah, really.
Or it just got scared off that way.
That or just popped in from a different dimension.
Yeah. Might have to put out like a little bait.
I'd be just as good not seeing it ever again. It, like, seriously gave me that creeps. I don't know. I just got a weirded out feel. Well, speaking of aliens and creeps and little aliens, these aren't little aliens, but
Creeps.
give me the creeps, man. Made my skin crawl. Yeah, it was freaking weird. But you heard what's happening in Peru? Have you heard that story? Peruvian villagers claim to be under attack by 7-foot tall aliens. Oh, it's only the 7-foot tall ones. They're nothing. Wait till you get the 10-foot tall ones, right? I don't know. Shit's apparently hitting the fan, as so they say, down in Peru. I like kind of dug into this one, on the internet. That's like, who knows what that means, but where else am I going to look since I didn't hop a plane and go to Peru myself? A bizarre story out of Peru this week concerns a village that has been plagued by mysterious assailants. According to reports, members of the Iquitu tribe, a rural Peruvian district that may have been attacked by 7 foot tall aliens. They have dubbed Los Pelicaras, or face peelers. And if you look up Pelicaras in Peru, it's like a legend lore thing. And it's not the first time that the Peruvians have dealt with the Pelicaras and the face peelers. So they're back. We're back to peel some faces. Described as having large heads and yellow eyes. There goes those yellow eyes again. Those mysterious assailants are said to be invulnerable to weapons and have been linked to attacks on multiple villagers. One victim, a 15-year-old girl, even ended up in the hospital. Some of the locals have now taken to conducting night patrols, and there's been calls for military to get involved before someone is seriously hurt or worse. We have met almost face to face, one witness. Community leader Jaro Retago Davila was quoted as saying, "His face is hardly visible. I have seen his whole body floating at a height of 1 meter. We need support for our community. The children do not sleep and the mothers stay up all night. They appeared to be armored. I shot one of them twice and it wasn't injured. He rose and disappeared. Their shoes are round shaped, which they use to float. Their heads are long, they wear a mask, and their eyes are yellowish. They're experts at escaping. Exactly who or what these mysterious attackers are, however, remains a mystery." If you want to listen to a cool interview, it's not a short one. It's probably, good hour long. But I'm going to put it in the comments here in the chat room. Maybe. There you go. That's an interview. Well, it's not an interview. It's two guys talking. And they have some video footage, which of course is, you guessed it, pretty shitty video footage. But they're saying, these people down in Peru, they're getting their hands on smartphones, but they're like the dumbest smartphones available. So they don't take very good video. But they do have some video of it. And it's a pretty interesting interview. Like I say, it's not really an interview. They're like interviewing each other, but they're talking about the incident. And they're saying that, could be real. It could be people in suits. What would why would they be doing it, other than to just keep fueling this urban legend, villagers legend thing, or they are trying to like abduct, young girls and stuff for nefarious reasons, which probably don't need to say that, but either way, shit's hitting the fan down in Peru. And I don't know. They had in that video towards the end, they call them face peelers because you know how you see the like animals that have been, sliced and diced, like surgically had, cows that have had their tongue and their face removed, nothing but bone. They show a human, one of the villagers that has his face removed pretty much. I mean, they're pulling him out and his head falls and his head's pretty much, you just see a skull. I mean, there's no blood or anything. His face is gone and you just see a white skull.
Oh God.
It's pretty graphic,
Really?
but pretty interesting at the same time. And the two guys that are doing it, I can't think of their names offhand, but you'd recognize them. But they're like, dude, I've seen dead bodies. The one guy is like, I've seen people blown up, shot, had their face ripped off, everything. He's like, if this is a movie prop or if this is CGI, it's a damn good one.
Damn.
So I don't know. You can tell the bodies that when they pick it up that kind of got some rigor mortis going on in it. But yeah, it's pretty weird. Go watch that video if you got a few minutes. It's interesting take on what's happening. It's like Brazil.
You
Brazil,
posted.
yeah. Brazil has had some pretty crazy things. I'd play it, but it's like an hour long. So, but yeah, it's on YouTube. Definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I've seen that about this story. I've seen it in a few different places, and I kind of dug into just investigating it, to see what different people were saying, and apparently, they're legit, and they're like that village is like trying to get help. Like they want the Navy, they want somebody to come in there and help. So they seem legit scared at whatever is messing with their village. So
I had seen the article earlier somewhere, and the headline was like 7-foot alien with yellow eyes. I remember this one you had sent it to me, I think, instead of the YouTube link for the show by accident. And so I saw the thing and I thought, oh,
yeah.
knew you're going to read it probably, so I was going to wait to read it. But yeah, when you said yellow eyes, I realized that's the other story that I had seen somewhere else. It's like, oh, I can't even get started on a whole new thing right now.
Jana said the Navy did go to the village. Did they find anything? Couple kids in ghillie suits.
But this sounds like legit something's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. I don't know. That's what sucks though is something like this. I mean, to us, it's Peru. It's halfway across the world, right? It's not in our backyard, so it's easy to talk about and not really think much about it. But I mean, if it's legit and it's happening, that's pretty freaking frightening. When you got these things coming in your town and snatching people and cutting their face off. I mean, that's serious shit. You don't want to go out, on your evening walk when you got 7-foot face peelers running around through the park there,
Because this isn't like the Las Vegas thing where it's in America. It could be used for all sorts of, different political reasons right now. This, like, what would they have to benefit from making something like this up?
Yeah. Get our village on the map. Yeah, we get some likes on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know.
My conspiracy brain can't even think of like something.
Is what sucks though is we have to think this way now. We're like, is this real or is this just a TikTok video or an Instagram short or is it just somebody
getting punked?
Yeah. And I mean, there may be people out there legit having the shit scared out of them, but that's what sucks is nowadays you can't tell. And, what if something is happening? Maybe it's just like something happening halfway across the world, but it's leaked and, everybody here is starting to hear about it. And you got people like me talking about it and it's just gearing us up for that.
That's what my head was just thinking.
Yeah. It's just gearing us up for that big event.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. You hear all these tidbits of different stories, about, bank's going to close down. We're going to go to the one digital currency, going to do this, going to do that. This might happen. New plague, new virus, new this is going to be released. It's like fear, 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 fear. Everybody just depend on your government to take care of you.
Yeah.
They've already proven that they can't do that.
That's even one of the theories of why they want us to be against the aliens, like to get us on their side, like they're going to save it, like just a whole other theory.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'd probably just rather go with the freaking aliens.
Right?
If they're real. If they're real.
For real.
I don't know. Just don't eat my face.
Yeah. Please don't eat my face.
Don't eat my face. It tastes like porcupine poo.
So I'm sure most of you guys remember the lady on the airplane that was having the meltdown over seeing some invisible guy in the back of the plane. I think it was.
Mepper is not real.
Yeah. Was it? Did we talk about it too, or was it Jason?
I don't know. I think it may have been him. But yeah,
Well,
I've been kind of following her story too, because I've seen a bunch of memes and stuff that were like, yeah, now who's gonna believe her? Or who's not gonna believe her?
Oh, damn. My nose, of course, is stuffing up right now. Marketing exec Tiffany Gomez's epic meltdown on an American Airlines flight has emerged in full on a new video, which details everything which led up to her declaring, "That mother back there is not real." The cell phone clip was recorded by a fellow passenger on the July 2nd flight scheduled between Dallas and Orlando, which had to return to the gate after Gomez argued with flight attendants and repeatedly tried to leave the aircraft. The video starts with Tiffany standing by a seat, visibly upset, talking with a flight attendant. She can be heard loudly telling the attendant, "Stop the effing plane, stop the effing plane, stop the plane," before gesturing with her hand, pointing down the aisle. That infamous photo. The flight attendant continues to calmly speak with Gomez, who had claimed someone on the plane had stolen her AirPods, according to a police report. As Gomez continued to act erratically and get out of her seat, a passenger can be heard saying, "What's her problem?" She looked distressed as she attempts to walk down the aisle, but is stopped by an attendant. She then points back of the plane while saying, "Stop it." The attendants then try to calm her down and send her back to her seat, but she turns around and first mutters and then forcibly tells them, "I need to get the F off this plane right now. We're going to the gate. Calm down," the flight attendant informs Gomez. The attendant orders Gomez to return to her seat, but she refuses, adding, "I'm not sitting by that man," although it's unclear which passenger Gomez was referring to. Flight attendants recruit a fellow passenger to switch seats with Gomez, but before the change can be made, Gomez walks back to her seat and tells someone sitting near her, "See what happens after this. See what happens. See what the F happens after all this." Other passengers, which is creepy, because it's going to make people think like, wait, what? What's going to happen, maybe, you know?
Exactly.
Other passengers sitting nearby can be seen rolling their eyes as flight attendants work to locate Gomez's belongings. "I don't give a F about my stuff," Gomez continues. As the kerfuffle continues, the plane's engines can be heard powering down, and an announcement is made to disarm the plane doors, prompting groans from the other passengers. Another passenger then comes forward and explains to the flight attendants that she has already had to rearrange her party seating on the plane. The flight attendant tells her she is trying to work out where Gomez is supposed to be sitting. Gomez then says in a pleading voice, "Things aren't right. I'm telling you, things aren't right." The attendant remains calm and says to her, "What we're going to do is, you accused someone of taking your belongings. You can file a report. That's what I'm trying to tell you." The next part is not clear, but the other passenger who had stood appeared to address Gomez and can be heard saying, "I'm a licensed attorney, so just be careful." A voice can then be heard replying, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it?" Although it's not clear if it's Gomez. Gomez then says, "Don't hold me down. I'm getting the F off," which she repeats as she stands up. As an attendant says, "Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am," Gomez pushes past her, again looking visibly upset. She then turns around and points toward the back of the airplane and says, "I'm getting the F off this because there is a stupid effing dude on here." The troubled passenger continues to walk down the aisle, delivers her now viral rant, where she again pointed to the back of the plane and declared, "I'm getting the F off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the F off. That mother F back there is not real. You can sit on this plane and you can effing die with them or not. I'm not going to." Laughter erupts from other passengers as Gomez turns to leave. The video shows a young girl covering her mouth and laughing at the disturbed woman. A different video posted to TikTok claims to show the person Gomez had reportedly been arguing with before her outburst, although the person is unidentifiable in the video. I didn't see that at first. Gomez was then escorted off the plane by staff and where police were waiting for her, according to the police narrative. She refused to talk to them and was informed by the airline her ticket had been revoked. She was then escorted out of the secured part of the airport. Despite that, Gomez tried to get back through TSA security screening multiple times and reboard the plane. Eventually, officers found her sitting on the curb outside the terminal waiting for an Uber. Gomez was cited with criminal trespassing notice, but is unlikely to face any further legal consequences. I didn't see that TikTok video.
We got the video here, right?
Yeah, this is another one where she's actually arguing with a guy. But yeah, play the one that you have. I still have to check this out later.
There's like 30 buttons to share pictures.
Stop the plane. Stop the plane. Not going to. Not going to. Not going to. Nope. Nope. No. So what's going on? No. Stop it. Stop it. No. I need to get off this plane right now. I need to get the off this plane. We're going to the gate. See what happens. See what happens after this. See what happens.
Where's your bag? Is your bag you want to get
See what happens after
She has a bag.
I don't even give a about my
License verified, disarmed door, standby for all call. I need to know where she's originally supposed to be sitting. So you guys have come five.
I'm a licensed attorney, so just be careful. I'm a licensed attorney.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
I don't know.
And this is one of the reasons I just don't want to fly anymore. You see that there was a pilot
Yeah.
the other day that showed up like 3 times the legal limit of drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's incidents happening on planes like left and right. And yeah, I mean, just looking up info about her, said she lives in a $2 million home. She's a marketing executive. She lives in Dallas. I don't know.
What? How can she be? Sounds like she's got a couple screws loose.
I don't know.
Or like a medication allergy or something. Like, I don't see how you can be successful. And so, like, it makes me wonder, like, is there really something happening? Like, is she having like a medication allergy or really seeing something, because you'd have to have a different kind of a mindset than that type of a crazy mindset to have the type of life she has.
Yeah. I mean, she sounds like, a normal person. I don't know. She sounds in that video, either she's a damn good actor or she sounds legit like frightened of something.
Yeah. You'd have to have complete screws loose.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, she could have was that Claritin I took, or was that that's the most acid I've ever seen anybody
Because
eat.
that lady was definitely tripping.
Yeah.
And if you're not a schizo, like if you're schizophrenic or something, I don't know if you could have like that type of a job, maybe, but
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. People are, look at the architect, big architect guy who's a serial killer. Yeah, no, these people can act however they want to act. Yeah, I haven't heard about the UFO sighting in Ohio.
yeah, it's got to maybe be drugs or meds, because
either that or
there was something. Yeah,
she saw the 7-foot alien with
we're back there.
He was on his way to, that's the whole thing. They were on their way to Orlando, Florida. Oh man, who knows? Speaking of weird shit, weird shit. The whole, thing with all these kids, young athletes and everything, just like having heart attacks and dropping dead and all that. That's one thing, but you got like everybody's seen the Mitch McConnell video where he was talking and he just like froze. That's not just a one-time thing. That's been happening to a lot of people. And yeah, you can look up the video on that and see how many people that's happening to. People are just like just like major brain fart, just completely stop.
I brought that up to my mom, and she was saying how sad that was and how he had a mini stroke up there. And I'm like, yeah, but he probably's been, vaccinated or something. And would that have happened if he wasn't? Like things like that don't normally happen, because you brought up the age and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, like what else contributed to that? Because to me, that seems more like everything else happening right now.
Yeah, there's 100 different reasons, but it's just, especially, okay, he's old, yeah, he could have had a stroke, could have had a mini whatever. But like I said, there's a lot of people that's happening to, young and old. And, the whole vax thing, I'm not vaxxed, and I'm glad I'm not. Half my family is. I got a ton of friends that are. I never, if they ask my opinion, I told them why I wasn't getting, but I'm me. I'm not you or anybody else. I'm not going to tell somebody they can't do it or shouldn't do it. You got to make up your mind on that yourself. But my body said no. And I'm still glad I didn't take it, because I know a ton of people that they don't have any side effects, but I also know a ton of people that they do have side effects. So I think it hits everybody differently, I mean, it's just like anything, like any drug or anything, some people are allergic to this or that. Some people can smoke weed and be totally fine. Other people can smoke weed and it's the worst thing ever. They, have totally bad experiences on it. And it's like, wow, you're smoking the same weed I was smoking, But yeah, I mean, drugs affect people differently. I just listen to my body. Although, I did take an injection of some mystery mystery sloth that I just got my second injection of today. I haven't taken it yet, but it's for my psoriasis. I don't know what the hell's in the stuff. I hope they didn't slip a mRNA vaccination in there. But I got no idea what's in it. But yet I took it because, I've had psoriasis for the last 20 years and it's gotten really, really bad and it's driving me fucking insane. So here I am taking shoving some mystery solution into my body.
But I think that's one of the instances where you do have to look towards Western medicine for like a help and something.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried everything. People are like, "Oh, did you try this? Have you tried this lotion? Dude, I've fucking tried everything."
And not like an agenda behind it.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried everything. Everything I can think of, everything anybody's recommended me. The only thing that sort of works for me is the stuff I've been making. And it doesn't work. It's just helps. It eases the itching up and like helps my skin not be like dry and cracked and typical psoriasis. But yeah. And then I have psoriatic arthritis on top of that. So that's why I'm taking this mystery shot. But yeah, I don't know. Just weird shit happened to a lot of people. A lot of people dropping out. A lot of people, young athletes like me. I could see somebody like me have, I'm old and overweight. Hey, you're a perfect candidate for a heart attack. That's kind of normal. But a 17-year-old kid in, prime condition, just dropping out on the field, like one after the other. That shit ain't normal, man. Sorry. I went to school, grew up playing sports and all that. And the only thing I ever saw was, a couple of people had asthma and they had issues. And a couple of people had like heat stroke. But people weren't just having heart attacks all over the damn field left and right. Not normal. Just saying.
But they want to say it's because of coffee.
Yeah, it's because of climate change.
I mean, chicken eggs and now marijuana also.
Yeah. Well, there's this. You can talk about, dying young, or you can talk about now scientists are saying that you could theoretically live for 20,000 years. Who's crazy? I don't know. If you could live for 20,000 years, would you want to?
No.
Seems like, I mean, I'm almost 60. I'm thinking today, I'm like, shit, man, how much longer do I have? It kind of sucks because I still like mentally and everything feel good, but like, most people, they like, I'm like looking at all these stars and musicians and this and that, they're 80, like, what's his name from the band? Robbie Robertson died today, 80 years old. I'm like, damn, he's only 20 years older than me. Shit. How much longer do I have? Well, you could live to be 20,000. I'd be happy if I got to 100 and I was still in good shape. 120, that'd be cool, And much more than that, it's like, damn, dude, my feet hurt. But this says a professor of molecular bioerontology, I'm sure I butchered that, has indicated that humans could potentially live for much longer than we do now. Mankind has been assessed with gaining immortality for thousands of years. But even despite the incredible advances in science and medicine achieved over the last few centuries, our species still remains just as vulnerable to aging process as our ancestors were millions of years ago. In the not too distant future, however, advances in medical technology could very realistically offer the opportunity to turn back the clock and might eventually be able to stop it entirely. Enter João Pedro Megalis. A professor of molecular, there's that word again, biogerontology, something like that, at an Institute of the Inflammation and Aging at the University of Birmingham, England. By studying the genomes of long-lived animals such as bowheaded whales and naked mole rats, he has determined, get them some clothes. Maybe they like being naked. Anyways, by eliminating aging on a cellular level, it should be possible for humans to live thousands of years, possibly even as much as 20,000 years. There's a catch, though. There's always a catch, right? Such a feat would require scientists to reprogram our cells, something that's currently impossible with today's technology. I actually did some calculations years ago and found that if we could cure human aging, average human lifespan would be more than 1,000 years. Maximum lifespan, bearing accidents and violent death, could be as long as 20,000 years. I don't know. If you're, 5,000 years old and you're still driving a car, that could be dangerous. This may sound like a lot, but some species can already live hundreds of years, and in some cases, thousands of years. So I don't know. Like I say, if you could, would you want to? I don't know, man. That's a long time. 1,000 years old. Let's not even go 20,000. Let's just knock it down to 1,000. Let's just knock it down to 500. Would you want to live 500 years?
I can't even deal with what's happening in the next 10 years.
I know.
How am I going to cope with this?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I just want it to be like what's it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with it. I just want it to be how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. As long as I got my faculties and my sensibility,
Yeah.
I can walk around and do stuff, I'll go for however long I go. But if I'm like old and decrepit and can't do shit, yeah, check me out, man. You're done. I don't know. I've seen he's seen those vampire movies, where they're like 500 years old or I'm 1,000 years old. I'm tired. Yeah, no shit, man. It's a long time walking around in the same meat suit.
The people that you love and care about and everything would be like long gone.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. My aunt lived to be 100, and I was talking to her one day, and I was like, it's pretty awesome. And she still had it together good. She wasn't like in a wheelchair, laying in a bed, dying. She was still cooking, food and still doing things. And when she did die, she went to the hospital because she wasn't feeling good. She had a few things wrong. Within a week, she was gone. Last thing she said to me was, "I'm tired." And then she died. But before then, up until then, I was saying, hey, it's pretty awesome that you're in the shape that you're in and you're, 100 years old. And she's like, yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, everybody that I knew, everybody that I grew up with, all of my friends, they're all dead and gone. I don't have any of my friends or, family left, I mean, she's like, yeah, I got, you guys, but
like making new friends and
yeah, like everybody that she grew up with, everybody that she's known her whole life, they're all dead and gone. And it's like, damn, I think about it now. I'm like, shit, most of my family, not all of them, but my mom and dad, my stepdad, and I got aunts and uncles and old girlfriends and cousins, and they're all dead. And shitload of people I went to school with, they died a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, I'm like, it kind of bums me out every now and again because I'm like, shit, man. I go through the graveyard and I'm like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? Hey, yeah, there's my friends. It's like I know all these people that are dead and buried. but like not everybody. You know, it kind of really hit me when she said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zariana, exactly. Yeah, do you get to live to be 1,000 and you still got to work? That would suck. Can you still collect Social Security at 1,000 years old? I don't know. Is there even going to be a world in 1,000 years? Hell, who knows? There might not be a
On
world
Mars.
in 2 years.
The elites that go to Mars with the humanoids and the DNA vials,
Yeah.
and the robot drones, and like just look up.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Well, to go along with UFOs, we've got another UFO story. A spinning UFO with fiery thruster spotted as U.S. officer claims the shape is alien. And I don't think this is like a UFO, but it is trippy. You okay, Boots? Footage of a mysterious flying object with a spinning fiery thruster has sent shockwaves through the UFO community. The clip appears to show an unknown craft similar in shape and design to spaceships seen in the hit film Independence Day. The UFO-like item also seems to have a fiery thruster on the back and burns with different intensities. At one point, the blazing thruster starts spinning and the entire UFO turns into a fireball in the sky. The blaze then subsides into a spinning line of flames. Like, have there been other UFO sightings before, though, that actually sound like a ball of fire? It's always like light.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just technology wise, I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. I'm just saying. It seems like if it's noisy and it's like powered by fire, it would probably be something earthly. You know what I mean? Like man-made.
Yeah.
Because, if you got a rocket or something that's burning a fuel like that, it's not going to last long enough to get you from one planet to another, Interplanetary theory.
I even thought that it was maybe like pieces of a rocket separating at first or something, and it's just weird. Like maybe something military they made. I don't know. Maybe it's a UFO. The video was originally filmed by a local resident on their phone in Havana, Cuba, in 2019, but resurfaced on social media, going viral after the journalist shared it on his channel. He said, "It's the closest thing to a flying saucer I've ever seen, and it's not a dot in the sky. It's clearly visible." Former U.S. intelligence officer Perez appeared on the show to add his thoughts to the clip. He said the aircraft is possibly uses an anti-gravitational system, suggesting it could be extraterrestrial or a spy plane adapted from alien technology. One viewer commented, "Those U.S. military ships using alien technology are everywhere." Another said, "At first it looks blurry, but then the object becomes very clear. It's one of the best images I've ever seen." And it is, like, they even do a slowdown part that is really good. The viral video comes, talking about all the UFO, blah, blah, blah. And then they talk about the hearings and all that. So, and this one didn't have any sound at all. See, that's just a haloing out when, like when I try to take video of the planes and stuff out here, it actually will halo out I'll get the backlights of the plane or the jet. But it does that, and that's what it looked like it did on the camera, that it focused out. It didn't turn into like an actual fireball.
Yeah.
It was the camera not focusing.
I mean, this is like trippy that, when you see the thing take shape, like you see the wing thing and it looks like that thing is kind of rotating under it. And that's pretty trippy.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something we made? I don't know.
But I've never even heard of a UFO like that, which could make it even be why it's more legitimate. Because, like, over time, some stuff too, people could just say because it's the typical regular story. Like, what could it be? Like, could it be like something falling off of a rocket or a missile and it's just spinning in the air, and that's just like the angle of the video they took to make it look like it's flying?
Looks like the bottom's spinning, but it doesn't look like the top's spinning.
Like, what if it was twirling? Oh yeah, because those things are Sting.
It's a giant boomerang. I don't know what the hell it is, The electronic boomerang. Crikey. I don't know. It's kind of weird, yeah. I mean, at first I was like, oh, it's just, it looks like a rocket, but, I didn't see the end of it where it's got these wing-looking things and it's got this spinning electro-orgasmic thing underneath it. I don't know. I'm dumbfounded for words. I don't know. Yeah, it is a badass boomerang in that. Pretty strange.
Or like some Pokemon thing.
Yeah. I know what we need. We need to figure it out. We need Is that what we need? Yeah, I think that's what we need. We need some AI psychics to tell us what it is.
Clairvoyants face a bleak future they did not see coming as their jobs are being taken over by bots. Millions are turning to AI fortune tellers to forecast what lies ahead. Instead of visiting psychics and crossing their palms with silver for tarot card readings, they're visiting artificial intelligence mediums online, which use sophisticated algorithms and machine learning techniques to work out what lies ahead. Experts claim bot clairvoyants are better than live ones because they can draw on wisdom from a vast database and are unaffected by human emotions or preconceptions, which means there goes the whole intuitiveness of it all. The tech move is threatening the future of traditional mystics who ply their trade at fairgrounds and seaside resorts. According to website Medium, in the digital age, the technology has given rise to new possibilities. One such innovation is AI tarot reading, where the age-old practice of tarot cards meets the power of artificial intelligence, which they have now. They have apps for that. They have stupid TikTok filters for that. You push a button and it gives you a random generated spread of cards.
Yeah.
I mean, woo. You can do it for fun. I mean, still that can mean something, but it takes away like a whole lot of what it's actually about.
Yeah.
AI tarot reading involves using sophisticated algorithms and machine learning techniques to interpret and generate tarot card readings. Through natural language processing and data analysis, AI algorithms aim to mimic the intuition and insight traditionally associated with human tarot readers. This fusion of technology and opens up new possibilities for individuals seeking guidance and self-reflection. AI tarot readings brings the wisdom of tarot cards to your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Or you could get a deck of cards. With just a few clicks, you can access tarot readings from the comfort of your own home or even on the go. Digital platforms and mobile applications make it easy for individuals to receive instant guidance and insights, eliminating the need for in-person consultations. AI algorithms follow a set of predefined rules and principles, providing objective interpretations of tarot cards. These algorithms analyze vast amounts of data, taking into account various factors and symbolism associated with each card. Though I would be curious just to try it for shits and giggles, just to see how it does turn out.
Yeah.
By eliminating subjective biases, AI tarot readings offer consistent and reliable insights that remain unaffected by human emotions or preconceptions. The Daily Star asked website AI tarot reading, "How will I know the right time to marry?" It produced the Eight of Wands card, which signifies swift action, movement, and rapid change, but went on to hedge its bets. Psychic Bot said, in the context of your question, it could suggest that when the time is right for such significant decision as marriage, things will start to fall into place naturally and swiftly. Yeah, divine timing. However, it's important to remember that tarot cards merely reflect potential scenarios and not absolute outcomes. Therefore, let's delve into some practical considerations. And then they break down the whole, interpreting right time to marry and all that. But yeah, I think it could be fun just for the hell of it, like Magic 8 Ball, just to see what it does come out, because like anything else, Spirit can manipulate it and they know you're using that. They can give you the messages that you want to see that way. But there's no substitution for doing it in person and in-person energy. They're just taking away all interaction between people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Cutting us off from our spirituality.
Yeah.
Getting rid of like religion and anything to do with God everywhere. Like the cross and the flag are now hate symbols.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
They don't want us to have connection to any type of spiritual things like that. Which is another, fluoride calcifies your third eye.
Yeah.
Anything to cut us off from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I've never tried it, so I don't know how accurate it could be. As accurate as the ones I do.
Yeah, could very well be. Yeah, and it's trying to get a picture up here. Who said it here? Somebody said something about AI, like depends on who's programming it. But I mean, that's what's freaky about AI is I could program it with, my intentions, feelings, my opinions, whatever on something, but it's going to get to a point to where it doesn't need or care about my opinions or anybody's. It's going to come up with its own. And,
like a kid growing up.
Yeah.
Deciding, they want to think for themselves, make their own decisions, pick out their own clothes and what to eat.
Yeah, Janice was saying to Google the Romulan warbird for that last UFO you had in there.
Oh.
It does kind of look like this one. you know, has that same kind of shape. Could be Romulans. I don't know.
Does it shoot fire out the back?
It would be on the bottom. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what lurks in the shadows? The shadow knows.
The shadow knows.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, AI. I downloaded, what is it, that Chat GPT, just to mess with it, just to try it.
I almost did the other day.
And now I am brainwashed, and it's pretty weird, you know. Like you can have it do, huh?
What'd you have it do?
I just, you know, asking it questions and, you know, tell me this, tell me that. Like it just comes up with shit like off the cusp, like bam, it's there. But there's, you know, you can have an AI girlfriend or AI boyfriend or AI chat buddy, or, you know, who knows what's out there. And you know, is it bad? Maybe. But there are a lot of people out there that just don't have anybody to, you know, they don't have many friends. They don't have anybody to talk to. So they talk to their AI chat buddy. I don't know. Is there anything wrong with that? Yeah, it disassociates people from, you know, human contact. But there's a lot of people that just don't want human contact. I
Or
don't
they
know.
talk to dummies. You know, they have like fake dolls.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, is having a robot for a partner. Okay,
Like a
that's
doll.
weird.
Like a robot. Like they're AI robot, like dolls.
Yeah. I don't know, you know, whatever. It does. I think the bad thing about it is it does take away that human contact. You know, you're replacing that human contact with a robot. I don't know.
And people can say, you know, it can manipulate you and tell you to do things, but so can anybody else. So if you can
Oh,
fall
yeah.
subject to manipulation from a computer, you can fall gullible to anything, you know, a person.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I used to watch the Jetsons, and they had a robot that would do, you know, cook and clean and do all kinds of stuff. I'm like, damn, that's pretty badass. I want to have one of those. You know, I mean, who wants to sit there and wash dishes? Who wants to do all that stuff? You know, when you could have a robot do it. But you know, if you could have a robot that did it and like didn't bitch about it, you know, is the robot going to get tired of like taking out the trash and doing the dishes, or are they just going to be happy to do it? You know, or one day they're going to do, fuck this, I'm done. I'm taking out the garbage, and the garbage is you.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't know, man. It's kind of frightening. Yeah. Yeah, JL. Sometimes animals communicate way better than people.
Do you have a crystal? Oh,
Crystal of the week. Yes, I do.
from last week's crystal of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I ordered some that next night. Celestite?
Yeah. Yeah, Debbie, that does suck. I mean, yeah, same with me. I like doing my own thing and, you know, all that. But yeah, I like hanging out with my friends and stuff sometimes too. But I'm not like a huge, like, social person that loves to go out and be in a big crowd of people and all that. No, I'd rather just stay at home or go fishing, go sit on the beach, go sit out in the woods, whatever. Yeah, crystal of the week. I got you. This is what I was supposed to do this summer. Of course, we didn't do it because we suck. But
Oh.
you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to go to Michigan. Go to my buddy's Reptarium that's up there. And then we're going to head to Lake Michigan and go rock hunting, where Todd's been up there finding some cool stuff lately.
That is the same place.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is this week's crystal of the week. This week's crystal of the week is Euperlite. Some about Euperlite. The name Euperlite refers to a cyanide stone that contains sodalite. Because of these inclusions, the stones glow orange or yellow under UV light. Discovered in 2017 on Lake Superior on the coast in Michigan, Euperlite has since been found all around the Great Lakes and certain areas in China. The name Euperlite was coined by Eric Rintamaki, I believe is his name, who first discovered them. The name reflects the area where the stone was found, as the term Euper is colloquial name for people who live around the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This means that Euperlite is a trading name, and therefore can only refer to the cyanide sodalite crystals found in the area. The stones discovered in China are usually referred to as firestones. Some of the metaphysical properties and benefits of Euperlite. It has a variety of healing benefits and metaphysical properties. This incredible stone is governed by the element of fire and therefore gets its powers from this element. It brings forth the energy of truth, clarity, and understanding. Did you know that Euperlite is an instant energy boost? The vibrations provide you with the ability to be confident in your truth. Euperlite allows you to speak your mind and have confidence in your truth. This means you're able to communicate with others freely. Meditate with this stone placed on your throat chakra. As you do so, allow your mind to focus on your truth and what you need to express. If you need help to focus on the task at hand, Euperlite works to rid you of any distractions. Place your Euperlite stone on your desk when you're working. Euperlite is an amazing stone. It provides you with confidence to be yourself. With this stone, you're able to express who you are to the world. Keep a Euperlite stone in your pocket when you need a confidence boost. Euperlite also releases negative emotion and dispels anger. It's a calming quality that allows you to forgive yourself and let go of negativity. If you feel your emotions taking over, hold your Euperlite crystal in your hand and focus on breathing. Also, it will clear the mind and bring forth clarity and understanding. This means it's a great stone to use for decision making. If you have a decision to make, hold your Euperlite stone in your hand while reflecting on the choices that you have. It'll bring forth inspiration. The fiery energy brings forth energy and creativity and expression. If you like to paint, write, make music, do art of any kind, Euperlite stones nearby will help you with your creative pursuits. It's also a protective stone that works against negative energies. If you need to focus your mind and develop mindfulness and tranquility, Euperlite's peaceful vibrations will help. You can have a peace by your side when practicing mindfulness and searching for inner space or peace. It also promotes balance and harmony in the surroundings. It's a great stone to meditate with. It'll help you balance your spiritual and emotional life. It's also linked to the throat chakra, and working with the stone allows you to find your truth about the cosmos. Open up your throat chakra, meditate with Uperlite placed on your throat. Because Uperlite is governed by the element of fire, it has incredible manifestations and transformational properties. Working with it can bring you abundance in your life. In order to manifest with a Uperlite stone, hold it in your hand while visualizing your goals. When you look at Uperlite with the naked eye, it can appear as gray, blue, white, black with the sodalite inclusions, but as soon as you hit that UV light on it, it's going to shine yellow or orange. So there you go, a little bit about Uperlite. If you don't have some, go get you some now. Yeah, the old Uperlite. We have some here somewhere. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the orange though.
Yeah.
That's the one I got for my birthday. And I completely forgot. I was watching it, and at first they looked like a different color at the bottom, more like a regular river rock.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, so that's different. And then it said flamestone. I'm like, well, I mean, firestone. And I thought, wait, I think that's flamestone.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, just found in a different region. Yeah, this is like little pieces of, just looks like a rock. But when you hit it with UV, I don't know if you can't really see it. Let me turn this light up.
It just looks like polished granite.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was my birthday present to myself. And then I completely forgot all the things that it's good for till you were just reading it. And it's like, oh yeah, that's my little school.
Yeah, you can sort of see it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, we got a slab of it around, but these are just like the size of these nuts. Got little nuts. But yeah, Uperlite's cool stuff. And yeah, you can find it on the shoreline, Lake Superior.
You told Todd that?
Yeah, he found some. He posted a picture. He got a few pieces. And whatever that one was that I told him might kind of look like green jasper. I don't know if that's it or not. And then he got some agate.
I saw like the agates and then the green with the red or pink, whatever that is in it.
Yep.
But I didn't see the flamestone thing. He got a nice little score.
Yeah.
I bet he's found more by now.
Yep. Yeah, there's lots to be found there. I still don't exactly know what those glowing pebbles are, though. Like the one that I sent you. And I've got a few of them here. I don't know what they are. They're, supposedly natural. They're not the man-made ones. I mean, you can buy glowstones that are man-made, but these supposedly aren't. But yeah.
Because I was just looking at it today. I moved it to the other side on my altar thing. Because I was like, I don't really see it as much on that side. So today I moved it and found its own little special spot so I could make sure to see it.
Ah, there you go. Let's just have a look-see real quick. Superlights.com.
Maybe those will fit better on your throat chakra than this slab.
Yeah, if you look it up, where to find Michigan's mysterious glowing rocks. A guide to finding Michigan's Uperlites. What are Uperlites?
This came from like China, like on Etsy, like all the way from flipping China.
Yeah, they find a lot of it. Yeah, in China as well.
I
As
didn't know.
here's some on eBay. Let me look this up real quick.
I didn't know Michigan had it.
Yep. Yeah, that's where the Uperlite is in Lake Superior. Sodalite. Sodalite. Soda pop. Get a 1/4 pound bag of raw Lake Superior sodalite. Uperlite rocks. $13. It's not even super expensive. $6 standard shipping. 1/4 pound bag. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like, here, let me share. Let me share this here pictures. It just looks like daggone rocks. Like right there. Just looks like a bag of rocks, you know? Click to enlarge. There we go.
Bought a stack of rocks.
Looks like, you know, cat litter. Like parking lot rocks. But, you know, hit them with that UV light and they look like that.
Amazing.
But yeah, 1/4 pound bag, raw Lake Superior sodalite Uperlite rocks. 7 available, 3 sold, $13, $6 shipping. Ships from the United States. Estimated delivery Monday, August 4th through Tuesday, August 15th. Located in
Be nice.
Painesdale, Michigan. So yeah, somebody's just going out and finding rocks out on the shoreline and just bagging them up and selling them on eBay. Who's going to buy a bag of rocks? Oh, lots of people. Hell, maybe I'll buy a bag of rocks and may have to save that page.
Check the seller first. I've learned that lesson.
What's that? I'll check the seller.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass though sometimes.
Cheesy
Like their reviews.
Cheesehead Uper has 100% positive feedback.
How many reviews though?
163.
Oh, right on.
Cheesehead Uper
Right on.
on eBay. Yeah. What are you doing here, son? I'm just here to get a bag of rocks.
Oh, that's eBay.
Yep. Let's see what else they have. Oh, here's a set of 4 nice Uper light rocks from Lake Superior. These
When
are
did I get the dragon?
high quality stones. They're $35 for 4 nice ones.
Mine was pretty cheap. I mean, not hella cheap, but
Your what is it? Celestite?
the skull, the flame
Oh
skull.
yeah. I like that one you got this last week.
Yeah. Didn't know what that was going to look like at all.
Yeah, there's even cheaper ones on here. A couple of bids. 1/4 pound rock of raw Lake Superior sodalite, Uperlite. It's up to $5.50. It's got 2 bids on it. Sometimes I do the bidding on eBay, but I'm kind of impatient. If it's a good price, I just hit to buy it now. You can get a Uperlite quartz crystal carved into a mushroom. And there's Uperlite penises. Gotta have some of those in the batch, right? It's a nice looking skull. A Uperlite butterfly. 3 skulls.
There's the pudding stones out there in Lake Michigan also.
Yeah, I got one of those laying in there too. It's a slab of pudding stone, but it's pretty cool.
Petowski stones?
Yeah.
What's Petowski stone? Let me see.
Yeah, I went to the last rock club meeting.
Oh,
And yeah.
it's these. These are badass. Here, you need to tell them to look for this.
What is that?
I don't think you can see it. The Petowski stones. That's
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that looks like the polished like fossil or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those out there too. I got a nice one of those. It's not polished. But it's smooth. It's like just, like found. like just found. Yeah, Rob, that explains a lot. It's like found naturally.
Raw.
It's about that big. It's raw. Thanks. I needed that word. It hasn't been polished yet. Jeez, make it hard, Rob. That didn't sound good either. But yeah, it's a raw one, but it looks exactly like that. Yeah.
See, and you can find them, spot it pretty easy, especially if they're wet, because you can see those spots and stuff on the raw ones.
Mine looks kind of like this. I would go.
They make some really nice Caboco necklaces and stuff.
Yeah. Brilliant. Add stream. Mine looks pretty much just like that.
So pretty. I just learned of these like within maybe 8 months or something because I saw some skulls and things made out of it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah, they look awesome when they're polished up.
I was just like, oh.
Mine looks almost just exactly like that one. A little bit darker, maybe. And look at that. $47 for that one.
Oh, man.
Get you a little specimen piece right there for $20. Petoskey stone. 30 million years old from Michigan. Yeah.
This will be one more day.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I didn't realize Michigan had so much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Debbie, we had penis fish last week. Now we got penis stone this week. Stone penis.
Petrified penis.
Petrified penis. Hard all the time. I got to go down the drain here at the last bit of it. Why not, right? All the Gatorade's gone. It's got electrolytes.
Gotta stay hydrated with all this influx of CME solar storms activity.
Yeah.
Which it did knock out a bunch of stuff across North America, it said. The one the other day. I don't see proof of it yet, but supposedly that's what they said.
That's what they say.
It's gonna be the internet apocalypse.
Yeah, it could be. Could do us good to go without electricity for a while. Of course, all my fish probably would
True.
die. That would suck. Getting some new ones tomorrow.
Wait, I used to have something that was for when the electricity went out, or like a bypass thing for the fish tank, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I got a couple little battery powered air pumps. Need to get a few more. Quite a few more. But yeah.
I think they even have some expensive ones that'll kick on. Like if something else goes out, it'll automatically kick on.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get like a battery backup station for them. They can go without lights and stuff, but they got to have some air.
I'd have big hoses in there blowing bubbles into the fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I ordered some fish. They're supposed to be here tomorrow by noon. I got a lot going on tomorrow. Getting my windshield replaced between 9 and 12. Waiting for a delivery of fish and shrimp before 12. Finishing trying to work on an aquarium stand that I went and got a sheet of plywood for tonight. That wasn't cheap. Still way cheaper than buying an aquarium stand though.
Are you adding it to one of those stands that you just made, or is it something different?
It's the one that I posted the picture that I'm making. I went and got a sheet of nice plywood to cover it all and make it look all fancy and stuff. A freaking quart of paint that was $29. Jeez. Nothing's cheap anymore.
For a quart?
Yeah. Like, damn, how much is a gallon of this stuff? Yeah, we got a gallon from Sherman-Williams for our house a couple of weeks back. And it was, I don't know, it was like 50 or 60 bucks for a gallon of paint. Like, God almighty.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the ones that you were working on the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those came out looking nice so far. And I love how you have your pictures like above it.
Oh yeah, those are the 29s. Yeah, I got fish showing up tomorrow that's going in one of those. The other one has my rainbow cichlids in it. And the other tank that's set up, it's getting German blue ram cichlids in that one. Which are kind of finicky fish. So we'll see how I do keeping them. The plan is to keep those, and I've got 3 pairs of them. So hopefully they'll breed and I'll have babies and I can.
So you're getting 6 fish?
Well, I've already got 2, so I'm
these are pretty.
getting 4 more. And Debbie still wants me to do a penis fish tank. Might be able to.
Those are really pretty. And you're getting, what shrimp are you getting?
Darcy's got a little shrimp tank, and we're getting some blueberry shrimp. They're just little blue shrimp.
I love the shrimp. Those are fun.
Yeah, we thought like she just has it's a really nice tank. It's by Aquatop, which makes really good stuff, really cool stuff. But it's only like 5.5 gallon. It's a little one, but it's like this high-tech little nano tank.
Oh,
Cool thing now is nano tanks and nano fish, and the shrimp are little tiny shrimp. But we thought I think she bought 6 of them at first, and we had ghost shrimp in there as well, which ghost shrimp are like 59 cents. But they get a little bigger. They get like an inch and a half long. But the damn ghost shrimp killed the little shrimp that were like $5 a piece. And so she got 10 more, 10 or 12, 10 more. And this tank, even though I say Aquatop makes some really good stuff, it comes with a filter already in it and everything. And, you know, it's shrimp proof, fry proof, and all that. And she had 10 or 12 shrimp in there, and we could only find one. I'm like, she's like, they all died, you know, they all died. I'm not going to buy any more if they just keep dying. We got to figure out what's wrong. And I'm like, take that damn filter out. And she took it out, and lo and behold, that's where all the damn shrimp were in the filter.
Sucked in or hiding?
They were just in there. I don't know how the hell they got in there. It's supposed to be a shrimp proof filter. Bullshit. There was 9 of them in there.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. They're all kicking. They're all alive. But getting 6 more tomorrow.
These are pretty. It'll actually make you kind of almost feel bad about when you like shell shrimp later on. I always would think about it.
Know.
Like I'm just like peeling all these shrimp, and I'm like, oh, this was little Sebastian in my tank.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I had like cleaner shrimp that were really cool because they'd make the cleaning stations. The little Nemo clownfish had the sea anemones that they would get cleaned in, but then there'd be the cleaner shrimp.
Yeah.
And so the wrasse and stuff would go in there, and then like a little car wash, the shrimp come out and they clean the fish, all the stuff off. So the fish love the shrimp and the shrimp just love the fish.
Yep.
And it's the cutest little relationship. But the shrimps are really fun. And then they help stir the crap up in the sand to suck it into the filter. So they help keep it clean. They eat all the shit in the sand.
Yep. So,
I'm glad they ended up okay.
How's the beta doing? We moved the beta because the beta, however, I always said beta.
I said beta.
He's the master beta, but we moved him because he was in the shrimp tank, and he wasn't messing with the ghost shrimp. But when we put the little colored shrimp in there, the little peckerhead was chasing them all over the place. Wasn't like, I don't think he wasn't one to eat them. He was just like, get off my lawn. Just chasing them everywhere, just heckling the shit out of them. No wonder they were hiding in the filter, you know. So we moved him. He's got his own tank now. And when we first put him in there, I think he was a little stressed because he went from a 5.5 gallon to he's got his own 10-gallon tank now. And yeah, he was a little stressed. I'd look at him. They're like we got a whole line of tanks that are on the bar. So the kitchen's in one side and the living room, dining room's on the other side of the bar. And if I went on the kitchen side, he'd like flare up. He'd like come to the glass and flare up and look at me and puff his gills all out. Like, you know, he wanted to kick my ass. He was getting like really stressed out, I think. And he wasn't eating. So then we put a background on one side of the tank and darken the water a little bit with some beta dark water additive and put an almond leaf in there. So it's got some tannins in the water now. And with that in the background, he's all chilled out now and he's eating good again. So Spec is doing good.
Well, what's the almond leaf do?
It just releases like, you know, tannins and stuff in the water and kind of gets that sort of kind of river water look to it, which beta's like, you know, softer kind of dark water, not a lot of movement in the water.
Yeah, I had a tank like that. It was like half gravel and half water, and I had it be like a little incline that goes down, kind of looked like the Amazon part.
Yeah.
And I had exotic frogs. I had tree frogs and different poison dart frogs and everything in it. And then I had salamanders and bikers and
Nice.
different stuff that would live in the land and in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. They're fun. I'm still the stand that I'm building is going to have the 75-gallon tank on it. But I would get more tanks. I just don't have anywhere to put them.
They get addicting.
So, yeah, we got another tank we're picking up this week or weekend sometime. that somebody's given us. It's just another small one. May set that up, or we may set it up for Nora. Maybe it's her birthday coming up, so may set a fish tank up for her. Who knows? Probably end up setting it up here again.
Would you set it up at her house, you mean?
Yeah.
Would she want that responsibility?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, Sam had a fish tank when
What
she
if
was.
you had a tank for Nora to come and see when she comes to your house and she can pick the stuff out for it?
Yeah, she wants to come see him. I'm going to take her to the aquarium that's down the road from the house here. I think kids get in free, so that'll be a cheap date.
That'll be so much fun. She's going to love it.
But yeah, you can pet the stingrays and the sharks and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that one.
You can also go scuba diving in the tank with them. I don't know if she'd be up for that, but kid loves the water.
That's the one you were going to go to when it was too hot or something.
Yeah, God,
And I
it's
said
been,
that would be so fun if you brought Nora.
yeah. It's been
That's going to
miserably
be a
hot.
blast.
Yeah. Cool. Debbie's going to bed. And I think so am I. So there you go. There you have it. We're out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. And I'll probably see you Sunday for a
Oh,
bit.
Katrina and Brody.
What's that?
Katrina and Brody.
Ah, they're coming back, huh? Cool. Hopefully we won't have stupid storms and stuff to deal with, knocking everybody offline. But I'm blurry. It's kind of how. There we go. Anyways, we'll see you Sunday for Paranormal Soup, Brody and Katrina. And other than that, sayonara. Watch out for the 7-foot aliens. And that motherfucker back there is not real.
Oh, shit.